Okay. Is that backwards? I know y'all probably can't see it that good because lighting sucks. Guess I'm with your bottoms. I don't care if it's 12:30. I graduated. It's kind of better. I think it is. It backwards? Yeah, it is. Well, it's whatever. Nothing really important yet. I keep looking at it in there. Let me send some notifications out. Also, right now, if my voice sounds weird, I apologize. My allergies have been flaring up. It's been bad. It's been bad. That's all I gotta say. It's been bad. My allergies been kicking my butt. So yes, I will be clearing my throat a good amount today because my allergies are bad. And I'm just sending some more notifications out there to people to join. Paste and send. Paste and send. Paste and send. Yeah, I just realized that I can just paste and send. I don't gotta type it out. I'm a genius, if you honestly are asking. We got a lot of sports to talk about. Right now, what's going on is we have the Ncaa baseball. What I am watching as of right now is the Ncaa baseball selection show. I cannot keep up with what they're doing. They are going very, very, very fast, and I am not that fast to keep track. So what I am going to be doing is just looking at once I was trying to do my live reaction to them, but I was kind of slow on it, honestly. So it's past that point. And now we're just going to react to them. It has a pretty hard place, but we'll get in, or hard way to get into it. But I was something I'll be getting into later. And I will talk to you as I'm upgrading in life and I got a whiteboard. Got on my level. And then we go like this. Sorry, I don't have Ebola. So, from what I'm seeing right now, Arkansas is playing NJIT in their first game. I don't know who that is, but I just don't think it's going to go well. Just saying. I think they're going to kill him. If you're wondering who I'm saying is going to kill him, I think that... What's their names? Okay, so Texas is Whoa. Texas has the 2 seed. I have no clue who that is that they're playing. Oh, wait, Southern. Oh, I know who that is now. Never mind, just kidding. I know who Southern is. Congratulations. Okay. So, you guys can hear me well. My bad. Fairfield just is playing in the Texas region. I want to see where they're... Ooh. Whoa, Arizona, they're playing in the first round, and Arizona State is at a pool party. None of them have their shirts on. So yeah, my connection right now is getting unstable, but let's get into it. We're gonna get into this in a minute. Florida is the 15th seed. I'm just gonna say what's going on right now quickly because I just want to see what Florida plays. Florida is playing South Florida. I believe that more than likely you will see mostly Florida teams. Would Florida State make it? I don't know. If I'm still here, as I say, my connection is kind of poor. So let me know if everything's okay in the chat. Okay, South Alabama is going up against Miami. So we're going to see a Miami versus Florida matchup in the first round. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think this year is gonna be a great year for college baseball playoffs. Obviously, I'm a Coastal Carolina fan and I'm a Vanderbilt fan. Mostly Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt offense kind of been struggling, but I'm not gonna talk about that yet. I said that's gonna be one of the large. Sorry, another thing I gotta say. Notre Dame is a 10 seed. Just saying next, I'm a Notre Dame fan too for football, not baseball. But I kind of am a Notre Dame fan for every sport just because it's Notre Dame. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it right about now. Let's get into so let me explain to you. I know this is probably backwards for you guys. I'm sorry in advance. I'm sorry that this is backwards. Whoa, that's a hard one. So it is backwards. I do know this. I can see it. It is 16. This probably looks like a 6. So it's 1606. 31st of May. Oh, it's not? Okay, so I'm just dyslexic, okay? So it's May 31st, 2021. We're going to talk about NBA playoffs first. We got a lot to talk about. So what this is going to be, it's going to be like explaining what we're going to talk about through the show, through the whole show, what everything's going to happen. And then here is going to be a post note, and the only post note we have so far is our longest home run track. Our longest home run we only have is, I know that this has probably been broken. I haven't done a show in a long time, and I haven't been keeping track. It's the only time I'm keeping track is when I'm on the show with you guys, because that's our thing. We're seeing who hits the longest home run throughout the show, see what we see. Well, we will see this week and see if anyone's hit anymore. And another cool thing we'll do is keep track of how many home runs we get on the year. It's going to be a lot of counting. Also, Mississippi State is the 7th seed in the NCAA baseball. But right now, the only home run we have is Zunino with his 472-foot home run on 11/2021. And this year, today we got a lot to talk about. But this is, like I just said, it's going to be all we have a lot to talk about. The first 30 to 45 minutes is going to be going over the scores and everything all the scores. And then after that, we'll be getting into that conversation. We'll be talking. We'll be interacting with each other, talking. But then, after I give you guys the score and the rundown from what happened, we had the NBA 500. We had NHL playoffs. I'm just going to tell you what we had throughout the weekend. We had the NBA 500. We had NASCAR at Charlotte, which was supposed to be a good race. I didn't get to see it. I don't even know fully who won. I think Larson won. I don't know, honestly. But then we had college baseball conference tournaments, winners. We had a lot of that stuff. We had, don't believe I said NBA playoffs. We had MLB. We had softball, college softball. That is something, if you guys want to see something, watch some college softball. That is probably when they get into the tournament, it is amazing to watch. It's high scoring, a lot of action, honestly. Honestly, there's much more high scoring than college baseball. College baseball I love watching, but sometimes it's not as exciting as college softball. It's amazing. There's so much energy, so much rich pride for playing it. They love it. And I love watching it, honestly. And then we got to talk about, let's just go through a rundown. We got to talk about the Monaco Grand Prix that happened last weekend. I am sorry that video has not come out. I have been busy. It was my last week of high school. So now I'm free. So Be good to do this a lot. But we're going to get into this now. And we're going to talk about the scores of. Let's get NBA out of the way first. Because that's what was the biggest thing that happened this weekend. We'll go through the scores for the NBA games, talk about the series, talk about my predictions, which I forgot downstairs. That was the book that I had all my predictions in. I forgot that downstairs, and I'm not getting up. So, what I will be doing? Nope. I don't know what my predictions were. So, what I will be doing? Nope. I don't know what my predictions were. Oregon. I was looked at by that school. Fun fact about Kevin. Oh, I gotta mute you guys. I gotta mute my thing because it will start ringing. Okay, so let's go through allergies. It's breaking up. I don't have nothing. It's just my allergies. They're breaking. All this is right here. Is all okay. Sorry. So what we got to talk about is we're gonna go with the first series. We have the hold up. Why is let me go like this. I gotta go like that because I gotta go to the bracket, okay, you guys, because it's kind of weird on my computer. It's kind of weird there. So let's go to the bracket. Let's see what's going on. Okay, can I get the bracket? Okay, so we go to the first series. We got the Utah Jazz going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. We got the Memphis Grizzlies down 2-1 in the series. I am surprised that the Grizzlies have been putting up this much of a fight to the Utah Jazz. Mind you, this is a 1-8 matchup, and the Grizzlies weren't even seeded to make it into the playoffs unless they got in the playoffs because of the play-in tournament. They're making it, and Ja Morant and the Grizzlies are making a point in proving something that they can hang with the big guys. Yes, I know they're down 2-1 in the series, but they really haven't been losing that bad to them. Like, hold on, let me see. Let me go to the Grizzlies. I'm gonna tell you because I want to go see because I believe that the Grizzlies, they're right now the team that is surprising me the most in the playoffs because of what they're doing. The Trailblazers, yes, I know the Trailblazers are doing what they're doing, but they're not surprising me because I kind of expected in a way the Trailblazers to at least to do what they're doing. I expected that in a way. But I wasn't expecting the Grizzlies to even be close. The scores have been 121 to 111, 141 to 129, 112 to 109. Great games. Yes, I know that 10 points, and then I believe that's 12 points. I can do math. Yes, that's what they've lost by. But I still believe that the Grizzlies, they took a game from the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz should be smacking them more than 12 or 10. How many points they should win by at least 15, 20. At least. But they're not. They got to give a little bit more, I believe. And now we go. So that's that series. I believe they do play today. Yep, they play today at 9:30 on TNT. And the other series that is playing today is the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Washington Wizards. It's a 1v8 matchup, and Philadelphia is dominating this. It's 3-0. Just like in the season, Philly is winning this series. Yes, I said the 76ers were going to lose the first game. I was wrong on that. I said this would be a 5-game series. The Wizards getting at least one game. I am thinking now that I was wrong, but we could see maybe the Wizards at least pull one game. In game 4, they pull one off, but we will have to wait and see. I don't think they're going to. Last game, they got beat pretty bad. They did get beat pretty bad, honestly. I believe that they got beat. Let's go to the let's go to the 76ers. Let's see what's going on with this. Let's see. Let's just see. They beat the so the 76ers have beaten the Wizards 125 to 118, 120 to 95, and then 132 to 103. Yeah. I got the 76ers moving on today. Stop coughing or stop getting clogged. So that's who I got. I got the 76ers winning that series right there. And today, I got that series ending today. And then we're going to go talk about the other series. We got the Lakers versus Dallas. Lakers, sorry. The other LA team, the Clippers. The Clippers going up against the Dallas Mavericks. The series was 2-0. Luka was owning them like they were their stepchild or something. I don't know that saying. But then now Clippers are taking a 2-game win streak and come back to tie the series. Looked like the Clippers were about to get swept. And now they're not. Now it's 2-2. Now the series is the series. So what's going on right now? And with the Mavs? That is something that we're going to talk about later in the show. Later in the show, we'll talk about that. That's something that we'll get into, though. Now, right now, I'm just telling you guys the series, okay? So then we go to the next series. We got the Nuggets going up against the Portland Trailblazers. It is a 2-2 series. It's tied. It's not going to lie. It's been a pretty good series, honestly. It's lived up to the hype. Dame Lillard has been pretty good. He's been pretty good. Jokic's been pretty good. Nuggets and Portland, I think this is a great opening series for both of them. And I believe that the whole West, honestly, I think they all are great series. On the East, I don't think so. The East, I don't think so. Then we go to the 2-7 matchup, which is the Suns going up against the Lakers. This series is tied. Lakers came into their game yesterday with the series lead, and AD got injured. He pulled his groin. I feel like this Lakers team this year has not lived up to the hype at all. It's been kind of bad. And me being a Lakers fan, yes, I have a high expectation for the Lakers. But as a basketball fan in general, I feel like the Lakers have had the injury bug very, very bad this year. It's been bad. It's like every single time AD is on TV when he's playing, he gets injured. LeBron got poked in the eye and was on the ground for 80 seconds. I just feel like this whole team has not been good together. I feel like they haven't gelled like the team last year. I feel like they're missing. I feel like they miss McGee, Dwight Howard, Danny Green a lot more than they should, because I feel like they have too much stars kind of now in a way. They have too much people that want the ball. Like Schroeder wants the ball. Harrell wants the ball. I think they went out and got too many people that want the ball, and they don't mix well. Honestly, that's my opinion on that one. And now we go to the East. I already said the first series, the 1-8. Now we're going to go to the New York Knicks versus the Atlanta Hawks, the 4v5 matchup. We got the Atlanta Hawks leading the series 3-1, which in a way I am kind of surprised about. I thought the Knicks would have put up a better fight, but the Hawks are just starting now just to run away with that. I did say that this would be a 5-game series, so it may be a 5-game series, but I believe that I said the Knicks in 5 or 6. I forgot which one I said. I don't remember. But either way, it's not looking good for that prediction for that one. And now we go to a series that is already over. We have the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the number 6 seed Miami Heat. And the Milwaukee Bucks swept them. They remembered everything that happened last year in the bubble. The Heat were in the bubble. They were the best bubble team, supposedly, but they lost in the championship to the Lakers. And this year, they didn't have what they had. They got shown up by Giannis. Giannis went out there and destroyed. He remembered what they did, everyone said last year. That everyone was saying that the Miami was going to sweep them, was going to beat them in 6, beat them in 5. But looks like Milwaukee, as Giannis said yesterday, didn't play with their food. They didn't play with their food, and they beat them 4 straight games badly. It was not even a good series. Good for the Bucks. The Bucks move on. The Bucks Bucks got a good amount of time to wait, though. So that could be bad. Maybe their momentum may shift a little bit. Who knows? Maybe they'll get a little lazy. We'll have to wait and see. Then we go to our last series. We got the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Boston Celtics, a 2v7 matchup. The Brooklyn Nets lead the series 3-1. Honestly, the Brooklyn Nets should not even have allowed the Celtics to get one game, but they have. They've let the Celtics come into the game. They've had a pretty close games, except for like two of them, I believe. Two of them have not been. Yes, it's a 4-game series of 50-50, but still, there's a lot of drama after last night's game. After the Nets win last night, Kyrie did some stuff. A fan from Boston did some stuff. A couple comments. That's stuff that we will get into. I'm not ever giving that's stuff that just childish in a way on both sides, honestly. But we will get into that later. That is a conversation we will really have later because that is a good conversation, serious conversation. But that is it that we will have for right now for NBA basketball. The series, we got some pretty good series. Honestly, I feel like the NBA playoffs this year the hype is real. I feel like the hype is doing good. I feel like it's been a pretty well season for the NBA, and the postseason has been pretty well. And I'm going to say this right now. If you haven't liked the video, like the stream. If you're watching this live, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this at a later date, still hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. We'll be doing this show every single day. We will be doing it earlier in the morning. Sorry for doing this so late today. Just there's a lot going on. We'll do it tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be getting this show done. 9 a.m. I hope you guys tune in. It may be 9:30. We'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be around that 9 to 9:30 the stream will be starting. So I hope you guys are ready for that because we'll have a lot more games still because there's a couple games going on tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. And just because I'm doing this show doesn't mean I won't be posting regular videos. I will be posting regular videos. We have videos on the way coming out. I got to record them. We have, like I said, we have to talk about the Nhl Playoffs. Round 1's over. Round 2 started yesterday. That video will be coming out probably later today. Got a lot of stuff going on. Hope you guys are enjoying this and are ready for this. So now we're going to get into the Nhl Playoffs. See what's going on with them. And 1 minute. Let's get into it. And so we go. Would you guys like me to tell you what happened in the first round? Like the series, like who won each series and what was the final? Like say the Penguins going up against the Islanders, who won that series, like how many games, like 4-2. You guys want me to do that? Or I just want to tell you who's in the second round. Okay, I'll just do it. So we're going to start off with the Pittsburgh Penguins going up against the New York Islanders. And I'm a Pittsburgh fan, so this one kind of hurts. But yeah. The Pittsburgh Penguins lost the series. They were the number 1 seed. They were going against the 4 seed, the Islanders. Our goalie sucks. It was Islanders won 4-2, won the series to move on to the second round. And the team the Islanders will be playing against is the Boston Bruins. They've already played one game. And the Boston Bruins went up against the Washington Capitals. They won that series 4-1. And then we go to the bottom right-hand side of the bracket. We had the Carolina Hurricanes going up against the Nashville Predators. The Carolina Hurricanes won this series 4-2. Pretty good series. I'm not going to get in depth with the NHL today because I will be doing that video. That video will be coming out later today, talking about it, giving my opinions and stuff like that, just about the first round. My prediction videos for it. I don't know if I'll be doing the second round. I'll probably just do the third round. I'll probably do my predictions in that video. So it'll probably be a good 15-minute video coming out later today. Hope you guys are ready for those, or ready for that. But then we go to the second game in the bottom right-hand corner. We had the Florida Panthers going up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning are the reigning Stanley Cup champions, so they kind of couldn't lose. They didn't want to lose out of the first round, which they didn't. They beat the Panthers 4-2, and they won the Battle of Florida and secured that, making sure that they're the best team in Florida still. And they will be going up against the Carolina Hurricanes in the second round. And now we go to the other side of the bracket. We had the Colorado Avalanche going up against the St. Louis Blues. We had the Colorado Avalanche being the first team to move on to the second round in the NHL playoffs, which means they swept the Blues 4-0. And the Avalanche are going up against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. The Las Vegas Golden Knights went up against the Minnesota Wild in the first round, which the Knights let the Wild come back and force a game 7, but then the Knights closed the game out. So pretty good series. Honestly, if you're asking me, I thought it was a pretty well series for both of them. And then we go to the bottom left. We have the Canadian bracket. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs going up against the Montreal Canadiens. Right now, this series is tied. It is going into game 7. I don't know who's going to win it. I honestly will give my prediction right now who's going to win it. I believe that Toronto cannot lose this series. I believe they can't. I can't believe that they're allowing the Canadiens to at least come back and force a game 7, but they did. So maybe the Canadiens will win this. I do not know who's going to do it. I'm hoping that the Maple Leafs beat the Canadiens, because I do remember last year what happened as a Pittsburgh fan. They beat me, but that don't matter because the Islanders beat us again, so it don't really matter because the Penguins suck. But now we go to the other game, the Canadian game. We have the Edmonton Oilers going up against the Winnipeg Jets, and whoa, I was really surprised. The Winnipeg Jets swept the Edmonton Oilers. What happened with the Oilers? There's high scoring, I guess. McDavid, Draisaitl, like all of them. What? You didn't win a game? You guys, what? Okay, then. The Winnipeg Jets, they proved something, I guess. They proved the point of why they're there. They swept them, and now they're moving on and waiting to see who they play. Is it going to be the Maple Leafs or the Canadiens? But we will go over it now in the second round. There's already been one game played for every single second round matchup except for that Canadian one, because Canadians are being slow. So come on, Canadians. No offense. We got the Colorado Avalanche going up against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And the Colorado Avalanche, this game played yesterday. And when I tell you that this was a pure domination by the Colorado Avalanche yesterday proved a point by showing why they're the number 1 seed in this region. Wow. I believe it was 7-1. They beat the Golden Knights. 7-1. Makar, McKinnon, they had an explosion. They had offense, 7 goals. Yes, 7 goals, I said. They scored against the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights aren't no roll up. They're a good team, and they just dominated them. I believe the Avalanche are a scary team, honestly. They really are. That's something I will get to in the future. That's something I will talk about in the video that we're posting tonight. But Avalanche, wow, 7-1. Then we got the Boston Bruins going up against the New York Islanders. The Boston Bruins are leading this series 1-0. They beat the Islanders pretty well. I believe it was 6-2 the final, or 5-2. If you know the final score, please put in the chat. It was 5-2 or 6-2. I know someone that knows the final score because they watched it. But let me know what if it was 5-2 or 6-2. So I know that it was the Islanders scored 2. That's about it. I know, and I know it was 5. It was 5 or 6. I remember I saw last. Okay, I guess you don't know the score. And now we go to the last second round matchup that has been played so far. We have the Carolina Hurricanes going up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning take game 1 and lead the series 1-0. I believe they beat the Hurricanes 3-2. So that gives the Tampa Bay Lightning a 1-0 lead in the series. Now we will go to baseball and see what's been going on in baseball. Let's see what's going on in MLB. Let's see what happened yesterday. We were going over yesterday's scores. I could go over Saturdays, but I don't want to. I want to go over yesterday's because that would be too much work. Okay, it was 5-2. Thank you. It was 5-2. The Bruins beat the Islanders 5-2. Could we be seeing an Avalanche versus Bruins Stanley Cup? I think that would be a great Stanley Cup. I think, honestly, Hurricanes wouldn't be a bad matchup. I believe that I'm not going to lie to you. This is giving my prediction right now. I believe it's going to be the Avalanche making it out of the left side of the bracket. And I can't decide if I don't think the Islanders are going to get out of the series against the Bruins. I believe it's going to be the Bruins, Hurricanes, or Lightning going up against the Avalanche. That's my prediction. Hey, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that, Tracy. Okay? We're not. I know. We're not talking about Pittsburgh. Do not come at me right now. I am a Pittsburgh fan. That's not funny. We suck, okay? Should have traded Malkin when I said, but we didn't, okay? So now, let's go into baseball. We got the first game. Was there any home runs hit? Let's see. We have the Colorado Rockies going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is the battle for the first pick next year. Haha, Rockies. Let's see. Let's see what's been going on. Also, the Super Regionals have been decided. Let's see if there's anything else on. We have baseball. Let's see what's on. We have lax. We have, I don't know what sport that is, but we have baseball. Let's see. We have Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic in baseball. So that's what we will be putting on. I don't know what it is. Okay, it's not started yet. Let's go like this. Let's put it on SportsCenter. Okay, so let's see. Any home runs hit? There was no home runs hit in this game. What a boring game. What a boring game. The Rockies won 4-3. Oh, no. My bad. My brightness is low. I can't see. There we go. Okay, now let's get into it. My bad for that. Apologize for that. Okay, so we will go like this. The bottom of the third, the Pittsburgh Pirates took the lead 1-0 against the Rockies on a Frazier double to center, and Tom scored. In the top of the fourth, Blackman tripled. Charlie Blackman hit a triple. Yes, Charlie Blackman is still playing. The bearded wonder. There's a lot of bearded wonders in baseball, honestly. Charlie Blackman tripled into deep right center, and Daza scores for the Rockies to tie the game 1-1. In the bottom of the fourth, the Pirates take a 3-1 lead on two singles, a single from Tom and a single from Frazier, to make it a 3-1 game. In the top of the eighth, the Rockies get a run back to make it 3-2 with a walk from Crone walks and scores Rogers. Blackman hits a double to deep right center field. He likes deep right center field. I would put people over there, honestly, and gives them the game to make it a 3-3 game. And then still in the top of the ninth, Adams singles into right center, and Blackman scores to give the Rockies the 4-3 victory. I'm sorry, right? I struggled hardcore with that one for some reason. That was a pretty bad score that I could not read. I could not speak English in that, and I do not know why. 1 minute, I'm grabbing something. Sorry, things kind of hurting my butt. So I'm putting something under my butt that will make it padded. And we're good. Wait. So now we go to the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Washington Nationals. Also, just because I just saw this, the Boston College Golden Eagles, or Eagles, I forgot what they call them now, women's lacrosse, won from Garcia, which was a home run to center field, which was 412 feet. So the rules for the longest home runs, over 450, I believe I'm going to say over 450. I'm going to put maybe over 470. I don't know yet. It's got, but for right now, that's what I'm doing. And then we have in the top of the ninth, a solo shot from Navarez, a 396-foot shot for the Brewers to give the Brewers a 3-0 lead. And that is the final score. The Brewers beat the Washington Nationals 3-0 and extends their win streak to 4 wins. And the Nationals now are on a 4-game losing streak. And now let's see. Now we go to the New York Yankees going up against the Detroit Tigers. We have, and also right now what just turned on was we have the Baltimore Orioles going against the Minnesota Twins. That is what I'm watching right now. And I will keep you updated. Father, I will keep you updated because I know you're watching this right now. Because they're on TV. And it's right there, okay? So, let's see what happened in this game. We had no home runs. That is surprising for a Yankees game. In the bottom of the first, the Detroit Tigers took a 2-0 lead off of a double from Mazzara. And then in the bottom of the third, the Tigers tally one more run to make it a 3-0 game on an error and Scope scores on the error. Still in the bottom of the third, we had the Tigers get a bases clearing double from Castro to give them a 6-0 lead against the New York Yankees. We go to the top of the eighth. The Yankees get 1 run on a single from Torres, and LeMahieu scores to make it a 6-1 game. And then also in the top of the eighth, the Yankees get another run to make it a 6-2 game on a single to shortstop. Judge scores, and ta-da! The final score is 6-2. The Detroit Tigers sweep their series with the New York Yankees. And when I tell you that I am surprised that the New York Yankees got swept by them, I am surprised. Because the series, that is the last time these two will play in the regular season. And the final regular season series is tied 3-3. Will we get a Game 7? No, we won't, because they don't play again. And the Yankees are on a 3-game win streak, and the Tigers are on a 3-game win streak. Or a losing streak, I meant for the Yankees. I'm sorry, I apologize. And now we go to the next game. We have the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the Philadelphia Phillies. No, it reloaded. Let's see. Any home runs? Let's see. Okay. Yes, we had a home run. Okay, we go. In the bottom of the second, the Tampa Bay Rays take a 2-0 lead off a 387-foot shot from Zunino, which is a 2-run home run, if you couldn't tell because I said 2-0. So, that is not even close to being on the board. And then we go to the bottom of the fifth. The Rays get a solo home run from Phillips that makes it a 3-0 game. It was only a 371-foot shot from Phillips, so it does not go on my board. And we go to the bottom of the fifth still, and the Rays tally one more run to make it a 4-0 game from Cho. He doubled to deep right center, and I can't say his name, Ace scores. He doubled to deep right center, and I can't say his name, Ace scores. And then we go to the top of the sixth to make it a 4-2 game, but that really doesn't matter because in the bottom of the seventh, the Rays get a single from Rendell to deep right center and the Boston Red Sox in the American League East. And now we go to the Blue Jays going up against the Cleveland Indians. We will see what is going on right now with them. Any home runs? Any home runs? Okay, we had a couple home runs. Okay, in the top of the third, we had the Toronto Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead on a Bichette grounded into a fielder's choice, and Pennick scored to give it a 1-0 game. And we go to the top of the fourth. In the top of the fourth, Hernandez with a 433-foot shot solo home run to left field gives the Blue Jays a 2-0 lead now. And we go to the top of the fourth still, and Tellez gets a 414-foot shot home run to give the Blue Jays a 3-0 lead. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. We have a 435-foot shot home run from Naylor to give the Indians a 1 run. Give them 1 run. I'm sorry, my brain stopped working. So it is a 3-1 game. But then the top of the seventh, Vlad Guerrero Jr., it's a sac fly, and Espina scores to give him a 4-1 game, and that is the final in 7 because there's a double header, and that was only game 1. So the Blue Jays won 4-1 against against the Cleveland Indians. And we go to the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Chicago White Sox. Let's see what happened in this game. Any home runs? We will have to see. Yes, we had a home run. We have in the top of the third, we had a solo 373-foot home run, a solo home run by Stewart to give the Orioles a 1-0 lead. But in the bottom of the third, the White Sox tie the game up on a solo 367-foot shot home run by Billy Hamilton. Yes, Billy Hamilton, the speedster, to tie the game back up 1-1. In the bottom of the seventh, the White Sox get 2 runs to make it a 3-1 lead, and that is the game. The White Sox beat the Orioles 3-1. And now we go to our next game. We have the Kansas City Royals going up against the Minnesota Twins. Okay. We have what is going on? In the top of the first, we have the Kansas City Royals taking a 1-0 lead against the Minnesota Twins on a Benintendi single. In the bottom of the first, the Twins tie the game back up on a walk. They walk a run in to make it a tie game. It's 1-1. And the bottom of the second, on a 417-foot shot solo home run by, can't say his name, so I'm going to say R, gives the Twins a 2-1 lead. But in the top of the fifth, the Rays score 4 runs to give them a 5-2 lead. Wow, they scored a lot, all on singles. There was no more hit than just singles. They were all singles. We go to the bottom of the fifth, and the Twins score again. They get a 5-3 lead to make it only a 2-run lead on a Sano grounded into a double play, but Donaldson scored. And then we go to the top of the ninth, and we have a 394-foot solo home run from Dozier to give the Royals a 6-3 lead, and that is the final score. It was a 6-3 win for the Kansas City Royals. Jorge Lopez is on the mound for the Orioles today. It's 11th start. He's 1-6, 45 innings, 5.8 ERA, and loves his sinker. He has to limit the freebies. So it's not looking good for you Orioles. Okay. We go to the Houston Astros going up against the San Diego Padres. In the bottom of the first, the Astros get 4 runs. In the bottom of the first run comes by a grounded out to single and Altuve scores. and gives the Astros a 1-0 lead. And still in the bottom of the first, a 3-run home run from Tucker, 341-foot shot, gives the Astros a 4-0 lead. Going into the bottom of the third, the Astros tack on 2 more runs on a double from Diaz, and Bregman scores and Correa scores to give the Astros a 6-0 lead. In the bottom of the third, still, Astros get 1 more run to make it a 7-0 lead by a Jones single to deep right field, and Diaz scores from second. And then we go to the top of the fifth, and a solo home run from Rivas gives the Padres a 7-1 game now. Gives them 1 run. And we go to the top of the ninth, and Myers home runs, 380-foot shot home run to give the score only by 5. It is 7-2. We stay in the top of the ninth, and a 2-run home run from Cam, 391. Cubs. Let's see. We go to the top of the first inning. Reds come out early and tally up 3 runs, 1 on a sacrifice hit to center field from Naquin, and Rinker scores. And then we go to the Cubs walked in a run, and India to score a run to make it 3-0. And we go to the top of the fourth on a solo 433-foot home run solo by Suarez, and that makes it a 4-0 Reds. The fourth, and we get another score from the Reds to make it 5-0. In the bottom of the eighth, the Cubs tally 1 run on a single to right center field from Bryant, and Higgins scores to give the Reds victory against the Chicago Cubs. And Donaldson just doubled for the Twins. There's 1 out, and we're on the top of the first still. And we go to the second game of the Toronto game, Toronto versus Cleveland Indians game. And let's see what happened. And we go to the top of the third, and we get a 3-run, a base-clearing double from Hernandez, and Guerrero scored, Simeon scored, and Bichette scored to give the Blue Jays a 3-0 lead. And we stay in the top of this third, and Grichuk hits a double to deep left center, and Hernandez scores to give the Blue Jays a 4-0 lead. And now the comeback is on in the bottom of the sixth for the Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Indians tie the game up in the bottom of the sixth, all on singles except for Hernandez's. He hit a ground rule. He hit the double play, and which scored a lot of players, or scored 1 run to make it a 4-4 game. I'm sorry, I misread that. And then we go to the top of the seventh, which is the final inning because it's a doubleheader and it's only 7 innings. We have Simeon singling into to center field, and Davis scoring to give him a 5-4 game. And then we go to the bottom of the seventh, and we have a walk-off victory. We had Rosario walk to score and tie the game up to 5-5. And then we have Ramirez hitting a sac fly to right center field, and Zimmer does score from third base and gets it a 5-6 game. And the Cleveland Indians take game 2. Okay, there's way too many games left. We have the Los Angeles Angels beating the Oakland Athletics 4-2. The Angels beat the Athletics 4-2. We have the San Francisco Giants going up against the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Giants beat the Dodgers 5-4. And then we go to our second and final game. We had the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Diamondbacks won 9-2 and beat the Cardinals. We have the Mariners going up against the Texas Rangers, and the Mariners beat the Rangers 4-2. And good for the Mariners. I'm sorry, Rangers. Okay, now we get into the stuff that I've been waiting for, okay? Stuff that I've been waiting for. We have we have college baseball. 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 We have college we had our automatic qualifiers go in, and now if I can spell right, which I can't because I was never taught right how to spell baseball. So let's see. Let's see what has happened. Let's see what the regions are. Okay, so here are the regions. So when by regions, what I'm saying is when I go by regions. Wait, hold up. Hold up. It was only 1 minute. It's being weird. I need to see. Okay. We're going to see the regions. When I say regional, so this is like a quick thing to go over. So in baseball, so softball and baseball for college sports, they all go to these regions. So like a team where they're from. So like say we got Duke. They're from, or not Duke. We'll go to BC. So like where BC plays their baseball games, they have 4 teams come in, and it's a 4 teams playing. So you have like the 1 seed going up against the lower seed, then you have the 2, 3, and whoever wins that goes and plays who won that game, and then the losers play each other, and it's a double elimination, I believe. I believe it's double elimination. Yes, double elimination in the regionals. So you have to lose twice, and if you lose twice, you're out. So these are the regionals. So the teams that have a regional, like that are playing the 16. So there's there's 64 teams in total. Okay, so each team that is the number that is like hosting a regional. These are the teams that are hosting the regionals. I will tell you who they are. We have so number 1 seed. So I'll go in order. So number 1 seed is Arkansas. Arkansas is the number 1 seed. They have a regional. 2 is Texas. Okay, I gotta go all the way down to 3. 3 is Tennessee. 4 is Vanderbilt. 5 is Arizona. 6 is TCU. 7 is Mississippi State. 8 is Texas Tech. 9 is Stanford. 10 is Notre Dame. 11 is Old Dominion. And 12 is Ole Miss. 13 is Eastern Carolina. 14 is Oregon. 15 is the Florida Gators. And 16 is the Louisiana Tech University. And we're going to go by the regions, who's in region, who is playing each other first round. In the first matchup for Arkansas, the number 1 seed, they are going up against the NJIT. Don't know who that is. I believe it's New Jersey, something technical probably. And they're going up, so I believe that is not going to be a good matchup. And we have the Nebraska Cornhuskers going up against Northeastern. I believe that Nebraska is going to beat Northeastern. That bracket right there, or region, isn't the best. The only challenge I see for Arkansas is Nebraska, but that's not even a challenge, I believe. I really don't think that's even a good region, but it's their number 1 seed, so they don't get the best. I agree with that. They don't deserve. They're going to be easy ride. It's like they do with every other. But then we go to the number 2 region, which is Austin, Texas. We have the Texas Longhorns. Texas Longhorns first round will be going up against Southern University. Southern University won their conference. That's how they got in. And they would be going up against Texas first round. And also in the Texas region, these 2 teams will be playing against each other first round. We have the Arizona State Sun Devils going up against the Fairfield Stags. Fairfield was undefeated this year, and then they lost. And then in their conference championship, they lost and got upset by Ryder, who is also in the tournament. They made automatic qualifier, something that I will talk about when we get to them. But I believe that this region isn't as bad as the Arkansas one. This actually, I believe Fairfield Fairfield has a chance to win 1 game if they can go up against Southern. I believe that they will win. I believe that. I really do. I think that's pretty cool for Fairfield, honestly, to make it. I believe it may be their first time ever making it. I don't fully know. But then Arizona State versus Texas, going to be a great game if they both win, because who knows? Fairfield may beat Arizona State. We have to wait and see. But right now, Fairfield's going to be going up against Arizona State, and Southern's going up against Texas. That's not the best region, but it's not the worst in a way. Then we have our number 3 seed. We have the Tennessee Volunteers. They will be going up against Wright State. And honestly, this is a hard game for Tennessee. Wright State isn't no sleepover. People won't understand that Wright State gave a challenge to Tennessee in the beginning of the year. They did challenge Tennessee in the beginning of the year, but they also got destroyed by Tennessee. It may be a good game. It may not be. It matters what Wright State shows up. Wright State that can beat Tennessee shows up, then they can beat Tennessee. We have to wait and see. This division, I believe, it's actually a pretty hard division, because the next game we have Duke Blue Devils going against Liberty. So we will possibly see a Duke versus Tennessee. Tennessee made it to the SEC championship game, which they won once they won the West or East of the SEC division. Duke won the ACC. This is going to be that's a great region, honestly, because Wright State can beat Tennessee. Liberty, maybe they can beat Duke. I don't really know much about Liberty this year, but they have 4 decent teams. I believe Liberty isn't that bad, but 4 decent teams. Duke versus Tennessee is going to be a game in a series to watch for, because it's double elimination. So that may be a great series, because they may have to play each other a couple times. But we will have to wait and see what happens, because I think that's actually a really good region. And now we go to the 4 seed, which is another great region. We have the Nashville region, which is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt will be going up against Presbyterian.